Hi, sharks. It's Financial Shark Dress Khalid Sadiq. So I'm coming to you a little bit earlier today because I am in the beautiful Holy Land of Israel, my homeland, and it is already midnight here. So I figure I gotta come on. I can't miss today. It's Money Monday because I have something super important to talk to you about. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the importance of finding and using the correct credit card for situations. So, on my flight here, something unfortunate happened, but I was super calm about it because I had the right credit card in place. So, I'll tell you what happened. My bags were lost. They did not make it to my final destination. Only my bag. I know that bags sometimes get lost, and so I made sure that I had a few pieces of clothing in my carry-on and a bathing suit because I knew my first stop in Israel, besides for going to see my family, I spent one night with my aunt in Holon, and then immediately went to Eilat, where I knew I was going to be scuba diving. So I had a bathing suit as well with me. Um, Besides for that, my luggage, my big suitcase with everything else that I needed in it, was, I guess, left on one of my connections. Don't know where, but I knew that I was going to be okay because when I booked my flight, I made sure that I booked it on the credit card that I use for travels. And the reason that I use this credit card for travels is because it comes with travel insurance. So if my bags are lost for 5 days, I get $100 per day for 5 days until they find my bag. I get $100 a day to spend on clothing and toiletries, which is a huge deal. So I was able to have a couple of things and then go and shop each day for $100 until my bag arrived. I was able to buy what I needed. Now, if I did not have that credit card, I would be asked out, right? I would not be in the same good position. Now, the airline also gave a total of $150 because I think they lost my bag for like 3 days. Possibly, yeah, I think it was 3 days until it was 3 full days, and then I got it on the fourth day. And because I was in a different city, my aunt picked it up, they delivered it to my aunt, and I just picked it up today from her. But again, it is so important to have those credit cards in place because if not, then you have to pay separately for a travel insurance. And I know that I used to have this same thing on my American Express. Right now, the one that I use is my Chase Sapphire Preferred. That is my travel credit card right now. Um, and this is not like a plug for them. I don't care which one you use, just make sure that it has it. So I used to use my Amex for this purpose, but they would charge me $10 per ticket per flight. And that was just an extra $10 that I was wasting. I was getting the travel insurance, but I was I was paying an additional $10 for it on each flight. Um, I don't use that one anymore. I use the credit card that I use now because that is included. Besides, for that, it has a ton of other benefits related to travel. And I found it because I did a search on NerdWallet. And if you've been watching me for a while, then you know that that is one of my favorite websites, nerdwallet.com. You can look at different credit cards and the benefits and the what the type of reward, whether you want points or cash back, and you can really pinpoint what's good for you. So I recommend that if you don't have a credit card specifically for travels and you plan on traveling at all, even if it's just renting a car, because my credit card, my travel credit card, comes with rental car insurance. So I never have to take that additional paid rental car insurance. You got to think about what you want to use your credit cards for and use it for those purposes. Take advantage of all of the benefits, right? They are taking advantage of charging you that fee or charging you that interest rate. Make sure that you get the benefits from them as well. So figure out what it is that you want. Make sure that you always have one credit card, at least for travel purposes. I have my travel purpose cards, I have my cashback cards, I have my points cards, and each card has a different purpose for me. And I found them all on nerdwallet.com. Okay? Again, nerdwallet.com. I don't get paid from them. I have no deal, no referral deals with them. I am telling you this because I use them for so many purposes, and one of them is to find the best credit cards. You can also use them to find the best bank accounts for you. You can figure out how to pay down your debt. You can literally create a debt payoff plan on that site. It is just a wealth of information. So if you want to do like some research on your own, that's a great site to look at and just get an idea of what you want. So, that being said, don't be afraid to travel. If they lose your bags, don't freak out. I didn't freak out at all. And my husband was kind of in shock for me because when they lost my bags, yes, I was bummed for a second. And, I went through the process of going up to the desk and asking, telling them, okay, you lost my bag. This is, filling out all the paperwork. And that sucked a little bit. But all in all, I was just like, all right, let's go and keep on going to the next part of our trip because this is not the reason that my trip is going to be ruined. And for other people, and for someone who doesn't have that kind of travel insurance on their credit card, your trip could have been totally ruined. So, my tips for today: A, always take a little bit of stuff in your carry-on. Make sure that you got a little bit just in case, because shit happens, right? It happens, and there's nothing you can do about it when it does. My suitcase was probably left at LAX. No idea. But I didn't stress about it because I knew that I had a little bit of stuff in my carry-on, and the rest I was able to purchase using the travel insurance that came with my credit card. So figure out what kind of credit cards you need, what are the things that you're looking to get from them, and make sure that you use each credit card for their purpose. So if it's cash back, make sure that you know that the cashback categories and what gets you the most cash back on which credit card. And I want you to use those credit cards for that purpose. Like, there are specific cards that are great for gas. You get like 5 times cash back on gas, 2 times cash back on gas, 3 times cash back on gas. Some give you for restaurants. Some give you, and I'm not saying to have like 20 credit cards. You can have 2, 3 credit cards and still manage to make them work for you. Okay? So make sure that you do that. Interest rate is important, benefits are important, and the fee. How much is your annual fee? Is there an annual fee? Like, can you get the annual fee waived if you do certain things? There are so many different things, so many different benefits that credit cards can give you besides just being able to pay later. Make sure that you take advantage of them to the fullest because they are taking advantage of you and your money, and you're paying them to the fullest. So that is my tip for today. And I will see you on if you're watching this in my group, I'll see you for a podcast episode on Wednesday. If you haven't seen my podcast, Galit Speaks, make sure that that's something that you look up. It is, so here I talk about money. On there, I talk about everything else that matters to me. So if you wanted to get to know me and what my values are and what's important to me and just amazing information from amazing people, I try to interview somebody new every week. So that's happening on Wednesday. It's going to happen at a little bit of a different time because I'm in a different time zone. So just watch out for that. And then I will see you again next Monday. I'll still be in Israel. So I will see you at an earlier time, maybe even a little bit earlier than this. But however you plan to spend today, make sure that you take a moment out and just take a look at the credit cards that are in your wallet and go over the benefits that they offer. Go to the credit card website, look at rewards and benefits, and see what they offer, and then start to plan accordingly. All right, have a happy, happy Money Monday. If you've got any questions, if you've got any comments, if you want to tell me a story about how or when this happened to you and how you dealt with it, I'd love to hear it. I am Financial Sharktress on all of the social media. You can also email me and YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. If you're watching this now or on the replay, please feel free to comment and I will respond. Have a great Money Monday, and I will see you soon. Bye, sharks.